So, the Gen 3 girls have debuted, and the hype around them was the highest in the industry in the last few months, especially given that it was Hololive's first EN debut in around 2 years. Leave it to Hololive's brand power to get these kinds of numbers and organic hype, I guess. But of course, hype is a double-edged sword. Yes, you can have a lot of eyes on you, but failing to meet expectations will actually leave a truly sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. So, did the girls' debut blow up expectations, or flop, or somewhere in between? So let's talk about that. First off, menhera goth e-girl GF. Shiori actually had everyone worshipping her because of her design. Everyone except me, of course, because why would I? It's not like I have an unhealthy obsession with menhera faces and immediately go insane for them or anything. So yeah, basically a lot of people had high expectations for her, again excluding me, thinking that she was going to be crazy. The fucking makeup-dripping, ball-busting, threat-throwing, asshole-pegging, penis-busting, sex-addicted, needy, obsessive, deep-voice goth menhera e-girl GF kind of thing. And unfortunately, or fortunately, if you aren't one of the seething anons that got disappointed and hate her to hell and back, she's actually not like that. Shiori is a calm, collected, and somewhat even soothing nerd that just has a subtle, unhinged, and slight menhera elements. And admittingly, I was also carried away by the hype around her. So on debut, I was a bit disappointed. I was giving out all these tropey and unreachable expectations because, like every single emotionally stable man out there, I have a massive thing for menheras and psychos. I find them extremely attractive, and I thought Shiori was going to be that girl. Because, well, I mean, look at her, she looks the part. But the more I think about it, the more I think that what we got was better, both for her and the community. Because seriously, where the hell are we even going to get an actual menhera schizo auditioning for Hololive? And do we even want that? Bro, they'd be terminated within a week. And even if she does roleplay being that person and leans too much into it, it's gonna get tiring for both her and for us. Do we really want a female equivalent of Vox Akuma being pulled in Hololive? Do we really want Shiori to be broken down, become depressed, and get more personal and unhinged and parasocial and have this love-hate relationship with her chat, where she absolutely hates chat for pigeonholing her into fulfilling just one niche and one type of character just because we are into it, while at the same time loving the chat because she needs us for external validation, positive affirmations, and her source of income, to a point where she slowly descends into madness and turns to GFE. Actually? Fuck, that's hot. Okay, but no, seriously. I think this is cool because she's basically a weirder, more edgy version of Fauna. And a weirdo comfort talk streamer is actually something that we don't really have here in Hololive, don't we? Because, think about it. If she was acting like a schizo and being a menhera, wouldn't it seem a bit forced? Like even if she roleplays and voice acts really good, she's going to get tired of it, and so are we. I mean, besides, the fact that she's the type of girl that likes emotionally and mentally unstable men tells me enough about her own sets of preferences and mental stability. She's the type of girl that wants to fix us chat, and you know what? That's also pretty fucking hot. So I do think that leaning into it at times in moderation is cool. I just hope that she doesn't go all in. Or maybe I do, I don't know. I like the fact that her edginess is just part of her character, rather than it being her whole character. So overall, I like her a lot. I'm gonna find myself tuning into her regularly, like, you know, a background noise to listen to while doing random shit. And the fact that she's been watching the industry for a long time makes me even more interested in her because it's my job. Her insight is going to be very valuable as someone who has been here for a very long time. Also, there was a slight drama about her collab statement where she said she's gonna collab with whoever the fuck she wants. I don't really give much shit about it because seething unicorns are pretty much a common occurrence here in Hololive, so it's not really unusual anymore, so let's move on. The Rock Lolly. Actually the funniest of the group so far. Her gags and jokes are subtle as fuck and she sounds like the love child of Shondo, Gura, and Ume. Her debut was the best in my opinion. The pacing, the delivery of her lines, and how she acts natural without playing a character. Like she's just naturally charismatic and she's able to really deliver her jokes really well. Her tastes and dislikes are scarily similar to mine, and I like the fact that she's a lot more interactive and engaging with her chat and her community. She's the shit poster of the group, and, well, honestly, I was a bit more surprised with how I found myself enjoying her. I didn't really know what to expect, aside from the fact that she's a rock lolly, and that maybe she'll be probably somewhat similar to Himemori Luna, but thankfully she wasn't, and I think I like that better. No hate on Luna or anything, just not my cup of tea. Am I going to be tuning into her a lot? A bit, but not too much. Though that's a me thing, because while I like my chaotic and humorous and cute and funny VTubers, I do tend to really only watch clips of those kinds of VTubers. In my very busy schedule, they're not exactly the kind of VTubers I put on and play in the background, though they are the type of VTubers I actually actively seek out when I want to be entertained. So yes, Rock Lolly, good. Soup Woman. Nerissa is very vanilla. Everything, from her likes and dislikes to her anime tastes and everything, is like, it's so general and it doesn't really tell me much about herself. I didn't really get that sense of spice from her, and she just seemed like she was so new to streaming. This is a VTuber that's a blank canvas, waiting to be painted. Someone that's not really in the know, someone who's familiar with weeb culture, but may not be entirely familiar with how VTubers in this industry works. Of course, I could be wrong, but the point is, he's a piece of clay, ready to be molded by however the community wants her to be. It kinda seems like she's that blank slate anime protagonist, someone that's going to take quite some time to get accustomed to the culture. She's a casual, she's a normie, she's vanilla. And you know what? There's a lot of big VTubers right now that have never even streamed or was even familiar with VTubing before they joined a big agency. One of the biggest being Vox Akuma, actually. They're the type of people that are really easily influenced and tugged at certain directions, for better or worse. Assuming, of course, they have the self-awareness and mental fortitude to recognize it. This isn't me playing the concerned fan. My point is that she has a massive potential. A potential to be one hell of a massive powerhouse, or the potential to be one hell of a massive disappointment. It could go either way. But since she's poised as the singer of the group, how does her singing hold up? Holy fuck, it's perfect. Actual fucking banger. 10 out of 10. What the fuck? Why didn't she sing in her debut? She should have sang in her debut, man. She could have blown all the 100,000 people's minds away. But yes, I do expect Nerissa to be something great in the future. She's a massive fucking powerhouse right now, to challenge even the best current singers in the EN sphere. A potential competitor to even Enna. Probably one of EN's greatest performative powerhouses. But yeah, I think I'll be tuning into her karaokes and listening to her albums and songs. She even already has the niche to make it happen. Her ability to make non-cringe EN covers of Japanese songs is impressive. Her speaking voice is really mature and sisterly, and overall, I shall watch your career with great interest. The Twin Popsters. These two were actually the most hyped VTubers in the group during pre-debut. The concept of two people sharing one channel is not exactly a new concept in VTubing, but it is fresh and novel in Hololive. It invites intrigue and questions like what the fuck happens if one of them gets burnt out? What happens on a graduation? How would they get paid? Are they gonna share the same income? All kinds of questions. And the fact that these two, being potentially one of the saddest small corpo graduations of last year in the EN side of the community, only built the hype around them. And suffice to say, no longer are they sad puppies, but happy ones. As someone that followed that situation, I'm very glad that they managed to find a home in Hololive, and that they were given another chance to pursue their passions, where their skills and talents are put to good use, and under a community and agency that appreciates them. Their story is an entire roller coaster, and I'm glad that this is really only just the beginning for them. Fuwawa and Mococo's debuts were chaotically and cutesily kino as fuck. Their dynamics, the way they share the same brain cell, the way they synchronize, you can tell that they were really happy to be here and that they appreciate the fans supporting them both in the past and the present in ways more profound than you could ever realize. They go all in on their cute dog VTuber kayfabe, and it was a debut I could not stop smiling at all. Not just because I realized they were them, but also because they were genuinely just that good at being stupidly adorable. Also, those are some based fucking tastes. In any case, I can see a lot of people comparing the girls to each other and even to other agencies, as if it's relevant or if it even matters being compared to. At the end of the day, these girls have different charms that appeal to different people. The variety of their appeal and their content type is what VTuber generations should do. A VTuber wave should have different persons that caters to different niches and crowds. In this case, Shiori is more of a nerd just chatting comfy streamer. Koseki is the funny haha shit poster. Nerissa is the singer and Fuwamoco delivers the diabetes. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we don't want to judge these VTubers based on their debuts because debuts are just supposed to introduce the talents to the audience while showcasing what they are all about. But they're not the end-all be-all. These VTubers can and will develop and change, for better or worse. And come on, do we really have to judge these girls when they have the monumental task of pleasing literally hundreds and thousands of people and only getting about an hour to do it? I mean, come on, even the most long-standing veteran VTuber is going to be shitting their pants when faced with those kinds of numbers, my guy. So while their debuts might not be the best we've seen, give them a break. I imagine it's really hard to sympathize or it's really easy to judge a Hololive VTuber just because their numbers instantly beat out every single competitor in the scene and that people expect more from the talents that get into Hololive, unless you're a male, but ultimately they are people too. So yeah, again, I'm looking forward to their development and how they grow Hololive and how Hololive grows from them. In any case, that's really about it. See ya.